So if you are looking in Starfield to try and help with the Nickel and Cobalt planet, I'm going to show you just right now what to do. Now, the first thing is going to be absolutely key, and honestly, I was searching for a solid hour and a half. Every single planet I could find, I was jumping to. I've literally went to, as you can see on the screen, I haven't really done like loads of missions, but I have been to pretty much most of these planets up here, down there, just to try and find a Nickel and Cobalt planet, so I can obviously do the farm to be able to get it done. Obviously, we've managed to go in over here, which is absolutely perfect, but there is one big key before you even try this. So obviously, I've gone to this one right here, and obviously, as you can see, we've got Cobalt and we've also got Nickel. To start with, if you just see Cobalt, Nickel, but then when you go onto the map and you go obviously the resources and you load it and you obviously can't see the Cobalt, there is one reason why, and honestly it was an absolute lifesaver that I've managed to find this on a Reddit post more than anything. I literally didn't even think to check this. Go over to your skills first and you need to go and get scanning. Honestly, I literally looked for about an hour and a half. I was about to give up thinking, I don't know where this planet is. I assumed everybody's planets were different. There was different kind of setups for the resources. Well, I feel like there probably is that, but also it is this. You need rank 1 because Cobalt is a uncommon it's an uncommon rock, basically. You can detect uncommon resources on planets and moon surfaces and more information about ships in space. So having this already lets you do more. So that is going to be the big one that you need. Obviously, if you go for rare, if you go for exotic, all of that, that would be where you'd be able to see them. So for instance, say I'm going onto a star map now. I've heard, say down, where are we going? I've heard down here there is another planet that is pretty big for it, and I think it's this one. So in here, obviously I've already been here. What you'd find normally is you'd find something like that, for instance, Nickel and then Cobalt's at the bottom there, but as you go into it, you'll realize that the scan won't actually show any of it, whereas now, I don't think this is necessarily the best one for it, but you should be able to find some somewhere. Oh, it's not always going to be the big case as well, just in case, so if you do see it like that, then obviously you've kind of got to get lucky. There might just be a little bit more than anything. I cannot see any Cobalt on here, to be honest, but if you keep looking around, like I said, the first one I'll show you again in a second is the best one from what I've seen. Every kind of guide that I've seen that has obviously the Nickel Cobalt combination is going to be that. But literally just having a look around. So for instance, this one right now, because obviously I've already been here to have a look, it was hills. So it was kind of okay, but I didn't want to make an outpost on hills. And if you went to it, it was extreme environments. So you need to then have planet habitation skill as well, so that always comes into play. So if you are looking for one, I would suggest already going to up to here, just because I think this is probably the best one I've found so far, just in this one, Razzlehog. Then obviously going into the bottom right here, this is going to be the number one for me. From obviously what I've seen, this is going to be kind of the best one. You can obviously go to a few places on here. I've kind of decided to put my base here. If I just quickly show you, obviously you can just keep doing it. It is better on PC, I must admit, if you are looking for the farming way, just because obviously you can go to the 99 really quick, so you can almost spam it, whereas on Xbox you can't really spam it as much. You can still do it, but it just will take that little bit longer to get the XP in comparison to obviously a PC, unless anybody knows a way. But obviously then we've got our kind of station. I don't even really need that here, to be honest. But we obviously have our station. We have everything ready for this. But that is how you find a Cobalt planet. Get that skill.